Japan's stock market has only just recently began to approach those highs from the late 80s. Imagine that, 3 decades of waiting just to break even. And that period I'm referring to is 1989 to 2024. Now we got to look at the parallels in our own country. Let's fast forward to today, the United States, 2025. Our stock market at all-time highs. Real estate prices, while cooling in some areas, are still pretty elevated. The M2 money supply, meaning all the cash and checking accounts, liquid money in the system, it's still at historic levels after the surge we saw during COVID and all that stimulus. And what's the Federal Reserve signaling? Rate cuts. Think about that for a moment. Japan cut rates in 1980 or 1980s to stimulate its economy, and it created a bubble. Then when inflation forced them to raise rates, the bubble collapsed. Here in the US, we've already had near zero rates for over a decade. Then we have record stimulus during the pandemic that fueled asset prices, stocks, housing, and now with inflation not fully defeated, the Fed is talking about cutting rates again. And could that inflate another bubble? And if so, what's going to happen when or if it bursts? You might be thinking, Matt, this is an interesting story or this is interesting history, but what does it mean for me and my retirement? Well, here's the reality. If Japan's story tells us anything, it's that markets don't always go straight up in a line. Sometimes they don't recover for decades. And if your retirement plan is only built on the assumption that the market will always bail you out, you may be setting yourself up for disappointment or worse.